Hi there, I'm Anthony Gordon, Artist Relations Manager for Avid, and I'm here with Paul Foeckler, my friend and colleague of many years here at the company. So can you tell us a little bit about your role here and how it's changed over the years and what you do for the company?
Yeah, sure, Anthony. So I started with Avid through DigiDesign, actually in the early 90s. I was out in the field as a product specialist, evangelizing Pro Tools to just about everybody. I eventually came out to DigiDesign headquarters in 2000 and led the marketing effort for the company then. And it was a pretty cool and exciting time. We actually went through a series of a lot of exciting product launches, sort of changing the world with Pro Tools. Eventually came to acquire M Audio as a part of it. And at that time I took over both sales and marketing for DigiDesign and also sales for M Audio. And that brought us to sort of the one Avid transformation where I held a role in marketing for a year, and my most recent appointment now is being responsible for a team that develops all of our Pro Tools and Media Composer products.
Cool. And I think it's very cool to see people within the company, especially at the executive level, who started as a product specialist, started intimately involved with the product itself. So it's not widgets to you, it's something you care about.
No, it's not widgets, it's my life. Right? So I grew up as a musician, and I was a creative professional for a period of time when I actually left Avid and came back again. I did music for the advertising business. So now that I actually have the chance to develop products for creative professionals, it's very much fitting within my skill.
Cool. So this last year has been a really massive change for us as a company. The one Avid coming together of all the brands. But the technology has changed a lot too. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the developments that we've made in the last year that you've been working on?
Sure. There's been a ton of them inside our creative professional products. So, I say that the thing that sort of governs it all, though, is that we're really tasked to inspire customers by making the coolest stuff we possibly can so they can be as creative as they possibly can be. So to that end, this year, the beginning of the year was sort of very much about video, and we released Media Composer 5.0, which was a huge feature release. Delivered some things that customers were dying for, and helping them be more creative and helping their workflows too. So we were able to bring QuickTime support in through AMA, which was a really huge thing. They had multi-channel audio support as well as real-time effects for the audio side. And we actually opened up Media Composer hardware for the first time with a partnership with Matrox with the MX-02 Mini. So very much had a huge feature release. It's been very well received by the community. So we're still living off of that momentum in the market now on the video side. The audio side, very short after the introduction of Media Composer was some of the first introductions of the audio products, starting with the new HD series IOs, which was pretty significant because those came to market as an Avid product. And it was the first time we've ever brought an audio product to market as Avid. So it's a pretty big significance behind the HD series IOs. Followed that up with new M-Box series, our announcement with Pro Tools HD Native, and now here at AES, Pro Tools 9.0, which is really shaking everybody up.
Yeah, so that's the big story here at AES, obviously. Internally within the company, I mean, a lot of people were stunned that we did this, but we knew that our customers wanted this.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that decision came to be made and ultimately why that benefits the customer?
Sure. So Pro Tools 9, I think, is sort of a testament of some of the new strategy and thinking that came from bringing the companies and the brands together. So the focus on the customer, right, being number one, was really what drove Pro Tools 9. So you talk about innovation, and there are technological innovations in Pro Tools 9, certainly. Things like the #1 customer feature of automatic delay compensation was a technological innovation. But when you look at what the release is really about, it's about the customer feedback about what they wanted the product to do and what they wanted the product to be. So if you look at sort of the sum total of Pro Tools 9, it's a huge strategic change from the way that Pro Tools has lived for its entire career, 20 plus years. We've completely changed that with Pro Tools 9, and that's, I think, what's got the community so riled up. Not only is it cool stuff, but it's the fact that the company actually went to a place where they didn't believe that we would ever go. Mm-hmm. So, we've, like on Media Composer, where we opened up some hardware, we've opened Pro Tools up from a hardware perspective, supporting Core Audio and ASIO for the first time ever. You can use Pro Tools with anybody's interface. The things customers just never even dreamed would happen. The other thing that we did with Pro Tools 9 was essentially add the the real key functionality to what we had with our toolkit options for Pro Tools LE and really put them into the base product. So customers didn't have to pay more for getting more functionality and features, and that was a big rub for many of them. And we solved that by listening to them and saying, yeah, you know, we agree. Why are we doing that? And it's ultimately not serving the customers and making them happy nor successful. So you can really look at pretty much everything we did in Pro Tools 9 and spin it right back to listening to the community and delivering what they want to see Pro Tools be.
Yeah. So what's coming up in the next year? How are we going to continue to innovate? How are we going to continue to implement customers' ideas and turn that feedback into good products?
Yeah. So you sort of touched on it. One is making sure that we are understanding what the customers need. So we do have a thing online in our community for Pro Tools Idea Scale. You know, we get out to customers all the time, one-on-one. We've got great relationships, certainly through the artist program and everywhere else. We're able to talk to customers, and they want to talk to us, so we gather that feedback all the time. We have a formalized way to do it with our customer advisory boards, so we're constantly out with all the different customer segments at Avid, showing them, you know, what we think the future's about, getting their feedback about it, what do we have right, what do we have wrong, what do we have to tweak. So it's that constant dialogue with the community that will continue to lead the developments forward. The good news is we've got a long list, right? So we've listened a lot. We know sort of where the pain points are. We know some of the places we'd like to go strategically, and we're going to start to get to that point. I'd say one of the pieces that I can share with everyone that they should see coming forward in the product roadmaps that we deliver is this concept of collaboration. So, you know, we've got great tools. Pro Tools is, you know, a great set of tools. Media Composer is a great set of capabilities, and we'll always improve those. But I think what customers are looking for now is something different from Avid to solve the challenges that they have today that aren't necessarily based on the feature of the application, but it's how they get the work done, and particularly how they do work with other people. Because the landscape of media creation has changed dramatically in 10 years. And it's no longer sort of people in a single building together doing something. It's a lot of times people in completely separate places around the world. And they have to collaborate with one another, right? There's no other way to get the job done to somehow share what's going on between them in a way that, you know, speeds creativity and ultimately delivers things to market, because there's always a time pressure and a budget pressure. So I think if I look at things like Media Composer, Pro Tools, what can we build into our application from a workflow perspective that allows customers to do that? So more important than more tracks or the next plugin out there probably is how we enable that collaboration to occur. So that can happen in a number of different ways, and we've got lots of ideas around it that we're testing with customers today. So I think if you look forward in the future, you're going to see a focus on collaboration.
Yeah, great. Cool. Well, thanks so much for your time, and
thank you.
We'll see you next time.